What's going on, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Thrivent. Wow. Wow. Magic win 144-103 in their third NBA Cup group game of the season. I need to repeat that. If you missed the game, it's not a typo. It's real life. The Magic win 144-103 in Philadelphia over the 76ers. Wow. What an outrageous night. This was a crazy game. Now, to be clear, we knew this should be a Magic win coming into it because the Sixers were without a ton of guys. You have to mention it at the top. With no Embiid, no Paul George, no VJ Edgecombe, and a couple other guys. I can't even remember. They're missing a ton of people, right? A ton of people. So you knew the Magic on paper should win this game and win it convincingly. But 41 points and obviously a laundry list of benchmarks that took place in different moments of this game, especially obviously the second quarter, which is when this game blew open because it was a tie game after one. Magic dropped, I think, 51 points in the second quarter, blew the game open, and the rest is history. A wild journey, and I cannot wait to talk about it with you. Welcome to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Thrivent. My name is Kevin. Welcome. If you are looking for Orlando Magic reactions to this blowout, then you are in the right place because this is the place where you get involved here on YouTube in the chat. Super chats is the best way to do that, but we'll get to other messages in the chat as we have time. But this show is brought to you by Thrivent, specifically Marc.Abraham, who is a diehard Orlando Magic fan and is a financial advisor with Thrivent. He was texting Jonathan and myself throughout this entire game, rattling off all kinds of stats and numbers about how this is one of the historic nights in Magic history statistically. He's a diehard Magic fan who also wants to help other Magic maniacs be smart, be wise with their money. And so he's a great guy to reach out to if you're looking for someone to help you do that. You can call him at 407-366-4364, or his email address and his website are in the description below. Again, he wants to help you be wise with your money. Whether you have a lot, whether you have a little, somewhere in between, Marc.Abraham's the guy you want to call to help you be wise with your money. Big shout out to Marc.Abraham for sponsoring the show, and shout out to Thrivent. All right, you Magic maniacs, what's going on? What a game. What a win. This is the Anthony Black game, right? Like, obviously, you got to start there. Jalen with 11 assists in 15 minutes, 15 first half minutes. That's crazy. Then gets ejected. That's kind of wild. Franz was good. I mean, you just go down the list. It's pretty crazy. And obviously, the offense is going to be the talking point, right? You drop 144, you shoot 53% from the field, 38% from three. That's going to be the talking point. But it's not like this was like a barn burner 140-130 type thing. You hold the Sixers to 103, and I know a lot of us wanted to hold the Sixers under 100, but beggars can't be choosers. All right, let's start with the super chats as we always do. First off, we have Janine, who says, AB, fire. That's the post. Play the song. Yeah, Anthony Black. Can't wait to talk all about him in tonight's episode. But first, you said the three most beautiful words in all of sports, which, if there's ever a time to play the song, it's after a 41-point win. Let's do it. Play the song. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate that super chat, Janine, and always appreciate the song. Lee Sanders, very generous super chat. My goodness. Channel member Lee Sanders says, I feel like I mention AB a lot. No F's given. He is him. Yeah. This so far has been a major storyline for the Magic this season is Anthony Black, and it's only gaining steam, right? Like the first, several games of the season, he was pretty typical Anthony Black that we've seen the last couple years. But this last, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe, I I don't have the stats in front of me or the specific games in front of me to tell you exactly how long, but it definitely has been a stretch here lately where he is turning some heads. And look, there's no better opportunity to get the NBA's attention than on a Tuesday night when you are on NBA on NBC, NBA Cup game, and there's only 3 games tonight. We'll see that when we go through the scores around the league. This is one of only 3 games tonight. All of the eyes across the NBA, the diehard NBA fans, were on this Philly-Orlando game tonight. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool that he's doing that. All right, let's see a couple more super chats here. This one's from Luis Rosario. It says NBC started the B with what a beautiful. I'm not sure. NBA started. NBC started. I'm gonna try to read what the rest of this says. Beautiful night in Philadelphia. What an oxymoron of a statement. Franchise 86 points first half was very impressive. Yeah. 86 points in the first half, 51 points in the second quarter is ludicrous. That's crazy stuff. The Philly defense was quite poor tonight, obviously. And again, some of that comes down to a lack of bodies certain guys are missing. Some of it comes down to just didn't play well. Just really didn't play well, especially defensively. Thanks for that super chat, Luis Rosario. And then Matthew Thomas says, how wasn't Drummond ejected? All right. I debated whether I was going to say this. I think, let me put it this way. I won't say I think it was the right call. I expected Jalen Suggs to be ejected in the moment when it happened. And here's why. Here's why I think Jalen Suggs was ejected and Drummond was not. Because Jalen Suggs went after 2 separate people. Drummond had his thing with Wendell, and it was wrong, and he was the instigator and all that. But Jalen went after Drummond and then went after somebody else. I can't remember who was in there trying to break it up, and he went after him. That's the 2 technicals for me. I think it was the right call, and as soon as it happened, I was like, first off, I knew it was going to be 2 technicals. Second off, I was just like praying it does not escalate into something else, and then all of a sudden he's suspended for a game, which, by the way, guys, we're going to spend some time later talking about Friday's game. Friday's game in Detroit is the biggest game of the season so far, for sure, and could very well be one of the biggest seasons by the end of the season. Like when we get to April, Friday's game could be one of the games of the year as far as importance and intensity and all those things. So I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to talk about that a little bit later. But I was just hoping, like, please do not get suspended for Friday's game. Unfortunately, it didn't ever escalate into anything like that. I cannot imagine Jalen Suggs gets suspended for Friday, and nothing really happened. But getting 2 techs in today's NBA, yeah, it does seem it did seem correct to me, like that was going to happen. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Let's try to hit some of these messages in the chat. But first, there's over 250 of you Magic Maniacs joining us live here on YouTube. Thanks so much for being here on this Tuesday night, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Definitely thankful for all of you for being here. It's going to be this is our last game before Thanksgiving. How about that? That's pretty fun. If you are here with us, whether you're watching it live or watching it later, hit that like button. It helps other Magic Maniacs find our content, which is always appreciated, and it's free. Just take one little click or one little tap of the finger, hit that thumbs up. That leaves us a like, and it's really, really appreciated. All right, let's see what we got here in the chat. Blazer says, we are so back. This is now 2 weeks of being back. 2 weeks ago tonight was that tonight? 2 weeks ago tonight? Is that right? No, it was 2 weeks ago yesterday, I think. I think the Blazers game was on a Monday. Yeah, it was. So this is now 15 straight days of being back, if you ask me. Because we said that Blazers game winner by Desmond Bane could be the turning point of the season. And lo and behold, just look. Well, let's do this. Let's just look at it ourselves. Look at the schedule. Since then, I mean, obviously, the win at MSG, that was a great win. Brooklyn was a dicey win, but a win. The Houston game is the best loss of the season. Golden State was a great win. Clippers was a good win. Knicks was a great win. Boston was the second best loss of the season. And then obviously tonight you beat the Sixers in dominant fashion. And hear about, is this anything? Look at this. The Magic 0-3 on Sunday right now in this stretch, but they are 3-6. They're 7-0 on the other 6 days of the week during this stretch. Is this anything? Come on, man. Let's get a Sunday win. When's the next time we play on Sunday? Okay, 7th of December at MSG is the next time we play on Sunday. So we're probably going to lose that game, but that means we're not going to lose until then. So that's good. Yeah, we're back. We are so back. All right, let's see what else we got here from the chat. Wow, we've hit 310 of you with us live right now. Thanks for being here. Drop those super chats in, and we'll get all the super chats read, and we'll try to read as many of these other chats as we can within a decent amount of time. Cyan, a channel member, says Anthony Black really stepped up. Yeah. What a stretch that was from him in the second quarter. My goodness. He ends up with 31, I think was his final. Yeah, 31 points on the night, as well as 3 assists and a steal in less than 28 minutes, by the way. Wildly impressive stuff. 12 of 17 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. He had Noah Eagle going crazy on the broadcast, which is really fun. We just got another very generous super chat here. This one's from Lee Sanders. Says, Suggs is awarded 1 Jalen in the stat column tonight. No other player has ever earned a Jalen. Diving on the floor, Jalen gets a Jalen. An ejection that leads to a 41-point win and forces AB to become a Jalen. You get a Jalen. Wow, we're dishing out Jalen awards tonight. That's amazing. Thanks so much, Lee, for that generous super chat. We got another super chat here from number 17. G. Santiago says, play the song. Sixers were hurt, but a statement was made by our guys with that second quarter. Love the broadcast on NBC. A couple things I want to mention. This is good. We said it at the top of the show. Sixers were hurt. What I didn't mention, and what you did mention, just because the team is hurt doesn't mean like, let me put it this way. If the Magic had just squeaked out a win, this would have been different. But when a team is hurt, good teams take advantage of it. And I would argue a 41-point win is the definition of taking advantage of the situation that's in front of you. And so absolutely, big time statement made by the guys, and then love the broadcast on NBC, man. Absolutely. Just the feeling, the energy pregame is amazing. The fact that they always show the pregame introductions in arena is amazing. I wish we hosted an NBC game this year, but we don't. At least not in the regular season. Maybe in the playoffs. We'll see. But yeah, that was really, really special. Thanks for that. Nick Monk says, Kevin back from the flu game. Thank you, Nick, for that super chat and for that recognition. Yeah, I'm definitely not at 100%, but I am at least not coughing every other sentence right now. So I'll take that. Appreciate that. And then Magic Mo with the super chat says, yeet! Play the song. What a glorious spanking. Good grief. Yeah, that was ugly. Ugly. And look, I mean, the Sixers fans booing is interesting. Like, what are you going to do? I think if it's any other fan base, there's no booing. Because again, think about the circumstances. You're missing so many key guys. But if it's Philly, right? They're going to boo if you give up 144 points with horrendous defense. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. Thank you guys for those super chats. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Really appreciate it. Right on cue. We got another one here. This one is from FL Gene. Thank you so much, FL Gene. Maybe that's Florida Gene 55. Appreciate that super chat. Very, very kind of you. All right. Let's see what else we got here from the other chat messages. We'll see if we can hit some of these. Lots of people saying we're back. Absolutely, we are. I'm Jovi says Philly in shambles. Yeah, tonight was rough. And yeah, showed out on national TV. A rare Orlando Magic good performance on national TV. But hey, maybe tonight breaks the curse. Maybe, just maybe. It's about as good as it can get on national TV. Kevin, fellow Kevin, says T-Mac is an idiot. Yeah, not the best. Not my favorite comments, I'll put it that way, by Tracy McGrady at halftime about the Magic, about Paolo, and such. Some people reacted really strongly to it. I'm not there. I just think he's just another national pundit that doesn't watch the games. That's what I think. For better or worse, that's just the way it goes. So I don't ever think too much into things like that. But it was very unfortunate. It definitely hurts the heart a little bit to see one of your own, like one of your legends, talk down like that to a growing legend in Orlando is not my favorite, but whatever. Louis Azari with the super chat says, in 1993, They went 41-41. 2 years later, 1995, we went to the NBA Finals. This season is our second year from our 41-41 season. Love to see us make the finals. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. It's one of the things we've talked about. We talked about coming into this season. 2 years ago, Magic won 47 games. Last year, decimated with injuries, still won 41. They acquired Desmond Bane. They get better on paper. They should be better than 47 wins and should be better in the postseason. Obviously, a long way to go. But the last 15 days or so, things are absolutely trending in the right direction, which we'd love to see. Love to see it. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, yeah, this is a good point, Mass. Says, I like that our main guys didn't put too many minutes in this one. It's a really, really good point. This is a very light week for the Magic, just 2 games this week. And you add to that the fact that Tristan played 17 minutes, Franz played 26, Wendell 21, Desmond led all players tonight at 28.5. Jalen just got 15 because he got ejected. Basically 28 for AB, 19 for Goga, 15 for Tyus. And then the rest of the list, it's Noah with 21, Jet with 18, Jace with 10, Jamal Cain with 9, and Orlando Robinson with 6.5. You're exactly right. That's big for this team. Good rest, especially after last week. Last week was a really tough week physically. A lot of tough games. Obviously, the back-to-back New York, then to Boston was very tough. Now, granted, a lot of those key guys didn't play much didn't play at all in the fourth quarter and a little bit in the third quarter, right? And so that was an opportunity for a little bit of a break. But you're right. It's going to give them at least hopefully fresher legs. And again, they have an extra day off between now and Friday. And so that's big too. So, yeah, pretty cool. Good point. Let's see what else we got here. I can't. We keep things family friendly on this show. There's one comment that's really funny. I can't read it out, but Josh Arama, that made me laugh. Internally made me laugh. Shout out you. Hoyley says we own the East. Let's slow down a little bit. Let's slow down. Slow down just a little bit. We're getting there. We might own the East. We don't own it yet. One thing at a time. Here's the thing. Win Friday, and I'll have the conversation about owning the East, okay? I cannot wait. I cannot wait to talk about Friday's game. We're already 20 minutes into this show, but I'm going to dedicate several minutes to Friday's game. It's big. Another super chat from Lee Sanders says, I'm going broke, but shout out to Tyus tonight. The praise need to be as strong as the hate. Look, Tyus was a part of the turnaround at the end of the first quarter. Magic, I believe, we're down 6. Something like that. 5, 6, 7. I don't remember what it was. Don't 6-7 me. Get out of here. And then Tyus hits 2 threes. If I'm remembering right, it was 2 threes. I think, yeah, 2 threes there, and hit the one, obviously, that tied the game at the end of the first quarter. And yeah, he ends up with double figures tonight. 10 points for him with 3 assists in just under 16 minutes. 100%. This was a very good Tyus game. He's had 2 good games this year, all right? And I give him credit for both of those. We've done it already on the podcast. I do it here on this show. I just need more than 2 good games, okay? If he can put together a stretch where he's good, 2 out of every 3 games, 3 out of every 4 games, the conversation will absolutely change. And it still might happen. So I will absolutely praise him for tonight. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Oh, man, appreciate all of you being here so far tonight. Again, 320 of you with us on YouTube right now live, which is just crazy. Just a bunch of Magic maniacs around here. Jam and Jay says, a lot of Jam Hot Chicken Jam of the Week contenders tonight. There were a lot of good dunks tonight. For me, the AB alley-oop, though, is the one. Like, the one. We're going to have an outrageous dunk on Friday night in Detroit to dethrone that one, because that was really, really fun. And it was really it was a part of that big run in the second quarter where things just went crazy. Time Mr. TV channel member says that was an old-fashioned, new age Black Air Force energy beatdown. # play the song. That's funny. Shout out Time Mr. TV, who's one of our channel members. If you'd like to support the show, one of the ways you can do that is by becoming a channel member here on YouTube. Just $5 a month if you're joining on Android or on your computer. If you're joining from Apple, it's $7 a month. That's because Apple does the Apple tax. But you can join on your phone and then be a member, or join on your computer and then be a member on your phone too. But number one, it supports the channel, which is always really appreciated. Number two, It gives you access to some special emojis that other people don't have access to. And number 3, it gets the star next to your name, and that star changes the longer you've been a member. So big shout out to Time Mr. TV and all of our amazing channel members. That's a great way to support the show. So click that join button if you would like to become a channel member. Jake, this is a great point. Jace was trying to steal that Jam Hot Chicken Jam of the week from AB. They're late. Yeah, if he had thrown that down, that would have been a conversation, because that would have been a straight up poster. Absolutely. Eldrick says we needed this win, or needed this kind of win. The more points we have, the better point differential we'll get versus Pistons if they lose the next game. Yeah, big time. Big time. We'll see how tomorrow goes. A lot of teams play tomorrow in the NBA Cup, including the Pistons, and some other teams that the Magic could be in competition for the wild card with, depending on obviously how Friday's game goes. But a couple more thoughts here from the chat, and then we are going to look at the scores around the league, the standings, and of course the NBA Cup standings and the implications for the last couple days of the Cup. All right, let's see here. Yeah, people saying what a win. Absolutely was. Yeah. Rael also says if Jace got that poster to connect, that would have been insane. Absolutely wild. Ines says we deep. Yeah. Very, very deep tonight. Well, I mean, all season, but tonight it really showed that depth pretty well. Lots of guys knocking down shots. We just got another super chat here. This one is from Carly, who says, Drummond hoped he disrupted the Magic momentum with the scuffle with Dell. It didn't work. 100% correct. He knew what he was trying to do. He could sense, he's a vet, and I give him credit for that. He could sense the game was getting away. Well, no, it almost was completely away. Like, this is late second quarter. The Magic have dropped almost 50 points in the quarter, and they needed a spark, and he tried to give it to him. It didn't work. So shout out to the Magic for that. We just got a couple more super chats. This one's from FL Gene. Does this make the early struggles worth it? That's a great question. Great question. So far, yeah, 100%. And the thing is, when we talk about the early season struggles, that was 5 games. We were 1-4 to start the season. 1-4. That's how we started. That's to me, like, that was the big struggle. Let's see, 1-4, and then we won the 2 to make us 3-4. Yeah, that was it. We were 1-4 to start the season. So take that small 5-game sample size and then run it up against what is now, we are now just about at a month of good Magic basketball. Now, the first half of the month was okay, and the second half of the month has been very, very good, but it's still a month of improved Magic basketball. So take that sample size compared to the start, 100%. 100%. If that's what it takes to lock in and figure it out, 5 games was worth it. Sean with the super chat says, Dell, quote unquote, squared up my left foot. I'm not a negative person, but Drummond was soft even before that. Yeah, that's true. Letting AB jab step in place for an open 3. Yeah. Look, Drummond's late in his career. He's just trying to reach into all the bag of tricks and see what he can find. But yeah, I tend to think that the Drummond square up thing was a joke. Like, it looked so outlandish that it couldn't have been real, right? Like, it was just so animated. I think he was just kind of trolling a little bit, but who knows? Another super chat from Lee. Lee, you've been outrageous tonight, dude. Absolutely crazy. Says, me again. I loved Mose calling timeouts while up 40. He's developing a standard. The score doesn't matter. Mose is the right guy. Yeah, earlier we talked about Tyus. People saying let your praise be as loud as your disrespect. People got to be praising Mose. Some people, and I don't fault you for it, but some people wanted him gone a month ago, 3 weeks ago. And now look at what has happened in the last, like I said, it's been 2 weeks especially of really good basketball. Very, very happy with Mosley. All right, let's take a break from the chat. Let's go over to the we'll hit the box score. We'll start with the box score. We'll see where we are after that. All right, Tristan with 10, 4, and 3 in just 17 minutes. He was good, though quiet. Franz was I thought really good tonight. Just didn't have a lot of need for him to do much more than this. He ends up with 21 and 5 with 3 assists, just 1 turnover on great shooting numbers, except for the free throws. 4 of 6. You want to see him make 1 more, but can't complain. I thought Franz was really good, and he was in control when he needed to be, which wasn't much tonight. Wendell with 12 and 8 tonight in just 21 minutes. Desmond Bane, 15 points for him and 6 assists. Not a great offensive performance for him. 6 of 15 from the field and 1 of 5 from 3. But again, he was a plus 44 tonight. Good grief. He also had 2 steals to add. Jalen just played 15 minutes because of the ejection, had 4 points and 11 assists, 2 steals and 2 blocks in 15 minutes. 11 assists and 4 stocks in 15 minutes is ridiculous. That is crazy stuff. Obviously, again, the story of the night, Anthony Black, 31 points for him in just under 28 minutes on ridiculous shooting numbers. Gogo was good tonight, 10 and 9 for him in 19 minutes. We already talked about Tyus. This was another good game for Tyus with 10 and 3. Noah Penda didn't just play garbage time, played meaningful minutes in this game. Ends up with almost a double-double, 10 and 9 with 2 assists. Jet Howard tonight ends up with 13. Jace plays the last 10 minutes of the game, gets 7 points. Jamal Cain and Orlando Robinson get 1 point and 0 points respectively in 9 and 6 minutes respectively. Magic shoot 53.5% from the field, 38% from 3, 82% from the line, and they turn the ball over just 11 times tonight, which is great. Before we look at the team stats, I think I saw another super chat, and I did. It's from Sean, who says, "Squaring up is squaring up, IMO." He pulled out a gun as a joke. It was a bit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, you're 100% right, though. 100% right. That was pretty funny. Pretty entertaining. I'll give him that. Okay, let's look at some of these team stats here. Magic, like we mentioned earlier, tied after the first quarter. So you not only outscored the Sixers by 41 in the game, you outscored the Sixers by 41 in 3 quarters. Crazy stuff. Obviously, this second quarter is the moment where this game blew open. You dropped 51 on the Sixers in the second quarter, 51 to 25, 35 to 23 in the third, 23 to 20 in the fourth. You do not lose a quarter tonight, which is great. The Magic get 80 points in the paint, 25 fast break points, led by as many as 46, 82 bench points, just 11 turnovers, and you scored 36 points off of the 21 Philadelphia turnovers. This stat line is insane. Good luck finding a better run of stats than this season. There might be a couple Thunder games this season where it rivals this, but this is going to be up there with top 5 best, statistically, with these stats, just these stats, top 5 best games across the entire league this season. Those are stupid numbers. Absolutely insane. Crazy stuff. Wow. All right, let's jump back over to the chat for just a minute. We'll hit a few more of these, and then what we'll do is we'll look at the scores from around the league, because tonight is a cup night. We'll look at those. We'll look at the standings, the regular season standings, and the cup standings, and then we'll talk quickly about Friday's game, which is the biggest game of the season so far in Detroit, which will decide the winner of East Group B. Which love that. Oh, Janine says they're interviewing AB on NBC's Postgame. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that. Obviously, we saw Franz with the walk-off interview, but yeah, can't wait to see that. Man, there's still 320 of you maniacs here with us tonight. Really appreciate it. Hit that like button. If you enjoy the content that we bring here at the Six Man Show, please hit the like button. It would mean a lot. And it's free. Free. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Kevin says, my other team, the Bucks, have been 0-3 every Sunday too. Me too, brother. Also my team. Yeah, what a rough stretch. Good grief. Not surprising, though. Not surprising. Philip says, great win in the land of the Declaration of Independence. Absolutely. Luke says, I love Noah and Ian Eagle. Absolutely. Noah Eagle is a great basketball commentator. I don't want to hear a word about nepotism. Noah Eagle is very good. Noah Eagle called one of the most iconic moments in basketball history last summer with Team USA and the Steph Curry, insane performance against France in the gold medal game. Yeah, Noah Eagle is the real deal. He's awesome. He is great. Love it. Real Estate with Evan says it's safe to say Mosley's seat has cooled down considerably over the last few weeks. 100%. That seat is pretty much ice cold. Chris says 317 watching, yet 76 likes. Come on, let's spank the likes out. That's one way to put it. Spank the lights out, people. Crazy. Scott says AB for 6 man of the year. Hey, tonight can only help it. Tonight can only help that case for him to do that. Let's see. Matty World Peace, our friend and fellow host of this show, says, love the poise, the Rook show when they're on the court, just making the right play. Yeah, I love both the guys. Jace and Noah seem really smart and love to see that. Love to see that. All right, let's check out the scores around the league. Not a lot of them. Just 3 games tonight, including the Magic. Obviously, the Magic went by 41. That's crazy. But this is the score of the night so far. Let me refresh this. Has the Lakers? Oh, they really haven't started. Okay. This is the score of the night outside of the Magic, though. Wizards, they had lost 14 in a row, and they beat the brakes off the Hawks. The Hawks outscored the Wizards by 14 in the fourth quarter and still lost by 19. This was a ugly, ugly game for the Hawks. CJ McCollum with 46. That's crazy. That is crazy. 46 points. Insane. What does it mean? Well, let's look at the standings. 2 things important tonight. Obviously, the season standings and the cup standings. So season standings, the Magic are now tied with the Hawks for the 6th seed. But, of course, the Hawks are 2-0 against the Magic this season. And so Magic lose that tiebreaker right now as we speak. So they are the 7th seed. But they are a half game back of the Knicks at 5, a game back of the Cavs, who are at 4. You are, 1.5 games back of Miami. You are 2.5 games back of Toronto and 5 games back of your next opponent, the Detroit Pistons. Hold that thought. We'll come back to them in a second. First, if I can find my mouse, here it is. We're going to go to the NBA Cup standings. I'm going to refresh this, make sure all this is up to date, and it is. The Magic lead the East right now at 3-0 and with a plus 61 point differential. Which, by the way, I mentioned the Thunder earlier. I don't like to glaze the Thunder. I can't stand them. But if you scroll down here, the Thunder are plus 63 through 2 games. So they have a better point differential than the Magic through 1 fewer game. That is ridiculous. Now, granted, they've played Sacramento and Utah, 2 of the worst teams in the West. But it's still insane. Okay, what does this mean for Friday? Let's break it down. Break it down as best we can. So Friday's game, first and foremost, actually let's get serious here. Let's look right in the camera. First and foremost, it's a big game, season-long implications, right? The Pistons have been the best team in the East. They're 15-2, I believe. They've won 1 million in a row. Now, they play before Friday. They play, I believe, who do they play tomorrow? Hold on. I should know this because it's an NBA Cup. They play the Celtics. Okay, 5 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday. They play in Boston. So that's an interesting one. They play in Boston tomorrow. If they win that game, they will be riding a 14-game win streak going into Friday's game. Now, that's a big if. Playing in Boston is tough. We'll see what happens. But if they do, they will be riding a 14-game win streak going into Friday. So first off, the regular season standings, the Magic trail by 5 games. If the Pistons win on Wednesday, they'll trail by 5.5. If they lose, it'll be 4.5. So this is a big game on Friday just for the league standings, the East standings, right? But for the NBA Cup, this is why it matters. You win the game on Friday, you win Group B. That's step 1. Okay, if the Magic can find a way to go up to Detroit and win the game on Friday, you win Group B, which means you obviously advance to the knockout round of the NBA Cup, the quarterfinals. The other thing is, if you win on Friday, barring some sort of statistical, something crazy has to happen statistically for this to be untrue. If you win on Friday, obviously your point differential is going to be more than 61 because you win. You will then be one of the teams that hosts one of the NBA Cup group games, okay? The only way that isn't true is if the Raptors or the Bucks somehow find a way to score or to have a higher differential than you in their last 2 games, or 2 games for Milwaukee, 1 game for Toronto, right? That's the only way. Otherwise, you're going to finish top 2 in the East, which means you're going to host the quarterfinal at Kia Center, which is pretty cool. If you lose on Friday, the good news is you're at plus 61, which means you're going to be one of the favorites to be the wild card if you end up 3-1. There are some teams you have to worry about, though. Let's see. Toronto you don't have to worry about because Toronto has already, Toronto. Okay. Yeah. You're not going to worry about Toronto. Toronto's going to win their group, if I remember correctly. Miami is a team you have to worry about. They are plus 46 right now with one game to go. So if the Magic lose on Friday, obviously the plus 61 is going to go down. If Miami wins on, I can't remember if they play tomorrow or Friday, but regardless, their point differential is going to go up. That's going to be dicey. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see. The Magic are sitting in good position, but at the end of the day, this is what matters. Win. Just win. If you win on Friday, you're going to win the group and more than likely going to host the quarterfinal of the NBA Cup at Kia Center. Sign me up for that. That's going to be great. Wow. All right. This is a long one tonight, but a really special night. I think we're going to call it there. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in. This was a lot of fun. This is a historic night. This is a night that's going to go down in the record books, statistically and otherwise. A really, really special night, and I'm glad we got to enjoy it all with you. Again, I am so looking forward to Friday. It's the biggest game of the season so far. At the end of the season, it could be one of the biggest games too. It's a big test for this team. Magic get an extra day of rest between now and then, but we'll see you Friday night after the game in Detroit. Big one. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I'm thankful for you. We're thankful for you. We'll talk to you Friday. And until then, of course, let's go Magic.